Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty the Sultan receives a cable of greetings from His Highness the Deputy Prime Minister of the Council of Ministers on the occasion of the 45th Glorious National Day. State Council members elect 2 deputies for the chairman as the Shura Council elects members of its office, heads and members of permanent committees. Contracts worth more than 480 million Omani Riyals are signed between private sector establishments and entrepreneurs on the sideline of the 3rd Business Opportunities Forum. And the Sultanate and Algeria discussed strengthening bilateral relations and signed a series of economic, diplomatic and cultural cooperation agreements. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has received a cable of greetings from His Highness Said Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, on the occasion of the 45th Glorious National Day. More details on the following, read by Khalid bin Masoud Al Jadidi.
His Highness said, with the advent of the 45th anniversary of the glorious National Day and the meanings of pride and glory, progress and prosperity all over the beloved country of Oman under the wise leadership of His Majesty, it is an honor to forward to His Majesty on this blessed occasion, on behalf of His Highness and on behalf of the Council of Ministers, best greetings and wishes coupled with love and loyalty, requesting the Almighty to preserve His Majesty for the dear country as a leader with continuous success. His Highness said that His Majesty laid pillars of modern state which takes with beneficial sciences, preservation of genuinity, values and civilizational heritage. It had been dealt with each stage as it required to continue comprehensive development march and to spread its benefits to cover all parts of the country and to fulfill to the needs of the society through plans based on future visions and sound scientific planning, which enabled the government to achieve high rates of economic stability, indicators and financial sustainability. In addition to gaining a quantitative and qualitative shift in diversifying sources of income and developing non-oil revenues, His Majesty's continuous attention for Omani citizens was achieved in a society whose all members enjoy complete equality in rights, duties and law prevailing, along with providing citizens top priorities in care and preservation of their living aspects through development, social and service programs, as well as upgrading education quality, providing health care, suitable housing and ensuring comprehensive development social dimension, which was present in all plans and programs that were applied in the Blessed Renaissance March. It provided further job opportunities for national manpower and facilitated training and qualification inside and outside the country to enable youth to gain further experiences. His Highness also said the trust of His Majesty in citizens' capabilities for positive participation with enlightened thought and correct vision in making decisions was clear through His Majesty's unlimited support for Shura progress in the Sultanate. Sultanate's approach under His Majesty's leadership was not limited to domestic construction, but it extended to regional and international arenas. His Majesty paid all attention for peace and dialogue choices among countries and reconciliation through accepting the others and respecting their opinions, listening to their points of view, which were emphasized in the royal message to the world through United Nations Education, Science and Culture Organization, UNESCO. His Majesty emphasized on basic pillars of this policy adopted by the Sultanate for a long time, which was based on tolerance and strengthening of bonds of love among nations and encouragement of civilizational dialogue. It coincided with UNESCO's celebration of Silver Jubilee of Sultan Qaboos Prize for Environmental Protection, which was granted for international scientists who contributed by research in protecting the environment and that gained appreciation and respect from the international community. Within the attention paid by His Majesty for preserving development tracks in the country and achieving high levels of performance, the Council of Ministers is benefiting from noble royal directives as a work approach the Council is shouldering in light of its responsibilities and interpretation of these visions in reality, along with continuous follow-up to implement development programs and for citizens' requirements. The Council of Ministers on this auspicious occasion, which overwhelmed dear citizens with joy and happiness, pledges to His Majesty to continuous determination and diligence for comprehensive, sustainable development march in all tracks of life. His Highness the Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers concluded by requesting the Almighty to renew this glorious occasion on His Majesty with health, well-being and happiness.
His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent cable of condolences to His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jabir Al-Sabah, Emir of the State of Kuwait, on the death of Sheikh Najma Al-Abdullah Al-Ahmed Al-Jabir Al-Sabah. His Majesty Sultan sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President George Kanusi Conrate of Fiji on the occasion of swearing him as a new president of his country. His Highness Said Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, received today His Excellency Ramtan La'amamrah, Minister of State and Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of Algeria, and head of the Algerian side in the Omani-Algerian Joint Committee. During the meeting, the Algerian minister conveyed the greetings and best wishes of His Excellency President Abdulaziz Bouteflika to His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, congratulating His Majesty and the Omani people on the occasion of the glorious National Day. His Highness reviewed the existing cooperation between the two brotherly countries at different levels and the role of the Joint Committee, in translating that cooperation to serve ambitions of the two brotherly peoples. The talks during the meeting dealt with growing bilateral relations between the two countries and means of supporting deliberations of the Omani-Algerian Joint Committee, in addition to encouraging the private sector in both countries to carry out its role in the areas of investment. The meeting also reviewed a number of current issues at the regional and international arenas. His Excellency the Algerian Minister pointed out Algeria's appreciation to the Sultan's role internally and externally. His Highness Said Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Said asked the guest to convey greetings of His Majesty the Sultan to His Excellency the Algerian President, along with His Majesty's best wishes of success to him and the brotherly people of Algeria for the progress and prosperity. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, and His Excellency Mohamed Saleh, Ambassador of Algeria to the Sultan. His Highness Said Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, received Her Excellency Christina Gallach, Under Secretary General for Communications and Public Information in the United Nations and Director of the UN Center for General Information, who expressed greetings of the UN Secretary General for His Majesty Sultan Qaboos on the glorious National Day of the Sultan and his best wishes for His Majesty of continued success. His Highness expressed Sultan's keenness under His Majesty's leadership to enhance efforts of the United Nations in information and context at regional and international level. His Highness also viewed tracks of developments witnessed by the world and efforts exerted to prevail security and stability for continuing economic and social development and role of media in dealing with developments. The guest expressed desire to strengthen cooperation with the Sultan in fields that contribute in enhancing joint work with the UN organization and benefit from experiences of both sides. They also praised Sultan's achievements of tangible progress at all levels. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Dr. Abdul Munim bin Mansour Al-Ahsani, Minister of Information. Within the celebrations of the Sultan's of glorious 45th National Day, the National Museum and BP Oman Company signed an agreement of supplying the educational center affiliated to the museum by developed scientific curriculum included best international practices followed in educational centers as Museum of Victoria and Albert. The center included 2 study classes, 2 multi-purpose rooms and lectures hall. The center will be facilitated by computer devices which have Arabic programming designed for people with visual impairment. The agreement signing was presided over by His Highness Said Haytham bin Tariq Al Said, Minister of Heritage and Culture. The third edition of the Business Opportunities Forum started at Oman International Exhibition Center under the auspices of His Highness Said Haytham bin Tariq Al Said, Minister of Heritage and Culture. The forum is organized by Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry. During the forum, contracts worth more than 480 million Omani riyals were signed between private sector institutions and entrepreneurs. The forum is an important economic event that aims to create a platform for companies and institutions to get to know each other and take advantage of the opportunities available under one roof for the expansion of its business. It also aimed to present the investment opportunities available by large companies, which will bring real and direct corporate benefits and promote the efforts and programs of the private sector companies in the field of the in-country value ICV of products and industries and corporate social responsibility. State Council members elect 2 deputies for the chairman, as well as electing 4 members for the State Council office. The session was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Mahfoud Al-Mandari, Chairman of the State Council. More details in the following report by Saif bin Khalfan Al-Kindi.
The State Council started its first procedural sitting for the 6th period with an election to compete for 2 seats of the State Chairman deputies. Before starting the process of the voting, the state members said the oath, emphasizing their loyalty to His Majesty and to the Sultanate. 85 votes were the total number in the ballot box that revealed 2 deputies. One of them is Honorable Sheikh Dr. Al-Khattab Al-Hinai. The second position was captured by Honorable Dr. Suad Al-Lawatiya, bringing her to the main podium of the State Council as the first woman to take this vital position. 84 State Council members, including 4 elected members to operate the State Office, are expected to spend extra efforts this year, particularly before the discussion of the annual budget 2016 that's expected by the end of this month. Saif Al-Kindi for English News, State Council, Muscat.
The Shura Council held its first regular session of the first annual sitting 2015-2016 for the 8th term. Today, during the session, 6 members for the Shura office were elected. More details in the following report by Saif bin Khalfan Al-Kindi.
Electing the members of Shura office for the first half of the new period was the dominant issue in today's sitting at the Shura Majlis. Based on Article 48, the office is formed with 6 members plus the chairman and the 2 deputies of the chairman. The article stated that those members should be directly elected during the first session with a week from the formal opening of the period. Muhammad Al-Badi, the representative of the Wilaya of Buremi, talked about today's election. He pointed out,
I'm very pleased to be one of the Shura members representing Wilayat of Buremi. The elections went very smoothly on the election day, which the members selected the president and the 2 deputies. And today also there was good elections about the members of the Shura Council, 6 of them, 6 members.
Meanwhile, 8 permanent committees have been formed and an internal election went on to elect heads of the committees. The 8 committees that have been formed are the Legislative Committee, Economy and Finance Committee, Health and Environment Committee, Education and Research, Services and Social Development, Youth and Human Resources, Food and Water Security, and the Media and Culture Committee. Well, the election of Shura office members have been conducted and revealed today with qualified members for the office, and it's expected from them in the coming days to play a wider role in the decisions of the Majlis and the studies. Saif Al-Kindi for English News, Muscat.
Local Gulf and Arab newspapers interacted with the inauguration of the Council of Oman on his sixth term to transfer the event for their followers. The newspaper reflects the royal speech of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, which appreciates the role of the Council of Oman in pushing the march of development. Relations between the Sultanate and Algeria and ways of strengthening them in various fields were discussed by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, with His Excellency Ramtan La'mamrah, Minister of State and Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of Algeria. The guest said that his visit to the Sultanate comes within the context of ministerial meeting of Joint Omani-Algerian Committee, which had achieved satisfactory results in response to royal directives of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos and His Excellency President Abdulaziz Bouteflika of Algeria. The minister congratulated the Sultanate on the 45th Glorious National Day under the leadership of His Majesty the Sultan. The 7th session meetings of the Omani-Algerian Joint Committee were held in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs today. The Oman side was chaired by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, whilst the Algerian side was chaired by His Excellency Ramtan La'mamrah, Minister of State and Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation in Algeria. The Joint Committee discussed various fields of the existing cooperation between the two brotherly countries, particularly the economic, trade and investment areas, and means of enhancing them, in addition to reviewing the progress made since the 6th session, which was held in Algeria in June 2013. These meetings stem from the distinguished fraternal relations between the Sultanate and Algeria and the akeenness to strengthen the existing cooperation relations between each other, with participation of senior officials from both brotherly countries representing various government institutions and agencies. The Sultanate and Algeria signed several memorandums of understanding, MOUs, on the sidelines of the meetings of the Omani-Algerian Joint Committee. The MOUs represented in the mechanism of political consultations between the two countries, as well as the MOU between the Omani Diplomatic Institute and the Algerian Institute of Diplomacy and International Relations, the executive program in the field of youth and sports for 2015-2016, fishing field, culture and archives field, water resources and wastewater field. The Telecommunications Regulatory Authority in the Sultanate also signed a memorandum of understanding with the Algerian Regulatory Authority for Post and Telecommunications, in addition to another MOU of Omani-Algeria Joint Marine Committee in the field of marine transport. Finally, MOU was signed between the Ministry of Social Development in the Sultanate and the Algerian Ministry of National Solidarity, Family and Women's Affairs. His Excellency Said Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, received Her Excellency Christina Galach, Under Secretary General for Communications and Public Information in the United Nations, UN, in the presence of His Excellency Dr. Abdulmunim bin Mansour Al-Ahsani, Minister of Information. The two sides discussed viewpoints on several relevant topics to enhance cooperation between the Sultanate and the UN in the field of media, in addition to building expertise in communications, archiving and preservation techniques. Her Excellency expressed the UN's utmost appreciation to the Sultanate's government for the existing and constructive cooperation between the two sides, highly esteeming the Sultanate's contribution and support for the UN e-archive. The Ministry of Health and WHO signed joint operations work plan. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai.
The Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization WHO signed the joint government WHO operational work plan for the years 2016-2017. His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al-Saidi, Minister of Health, signed the work plan for the Ministry of Health, while His Excellency Dr. Ala Alwan, Emra Regional Director, signed the work plan for the WHO. The technical cooperation program for the next 2 years focuses on 10 priority areas in the health sector, for which WHO would contribute in providing technical support through national capacity building, counseling and the provision of data and information. Dr. Alauddin Abdul Sahib Alwan, WHO Regional Director for the Eastern Mediterranean, expressed appreciation of Oman's contribution to the global health agenda, noting that the health-related indicators as evidence of the country's commitment to health. He also noted the exemplary collaboration between WHO and the Ministry of Health. His Excellency Dr. Ahmed Al-Saidi, Minister of Health, extended his thanks and appreciation for the technical support WHO has provided over the past 40 years and looked forward to the continued close collaboration in strengthening the health system in Oman. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Still to come, a news bulletin. The Governorate of Muscat is decorated with various colorful lights and beautiful shapes to highlight the Sultan's celebrations of the 45th Glorious National Day. One, two. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Planning for training needs and its reflect on performance in ministries and private institutions was the title of the forum organized by the Ministry of Civil Service. The forum witnessed presenting a number of work papers, namely the importance of training for human resources investment and importance of legal training. The forum was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Khalid bin Omar Al Marhoon, Minister of Civil Service. The forum included also a show of practical experience for a number of concerned bodies in GCC countries. His Excellency Ahmed bin Nasser Al Mahrazi, Minister of Tourism, in a statement to Sultanate of Oman Radio and Television, stressed that a number of touristic projects will start the implementations in the Sultanate, especially in the Niaba of Ras Al Had, Quriyat Sul Road, and the Governorate of Dhofar. His Excellency the Minister added that the Ministry reached in advanced stages with one investor to complete Al Kesfa Spring project. The second phase of leadership training for health organized by WHO, represented by Eastern Mediterranean Regional Office in Harvard University, was opened by His Excellency Dr. Ahmed Al-Saidi, Minister of Health. More details in the following report by Abdullah Rubai.
To address the current gap in public health leadership in the region, His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al-Saidi, Minister of Health, inaugurated the second round of the Leadership for Health program. In the presence of His Excellency Dr. Ala Alwan, Emra Regional Director, and their Excellencies Undersecretaries of Health, and His Excellency Health Advisor and His Excellency WHO Representative in Oman, and the officials from the Eastern Mediterranean region. The program is organized by the World Health Organization, represented by its Eastern Mediterranean Region Office, EMRO, in partnership with Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health and with a collaboration with the Ministry of Health, Oman. In his remarks, His Excellency Dr. Ala Alwan, Regional Director, stated that
this is one of the most successful programs that the World Health Organization is organizing together with our member states, and in this case, together with Sultanate of Oman. We are organizing the Leadership for Health program for the second time in Oman. Initially, we have an impressive group of health leaders, high officials of ministries of health in all member states of the Middle East, participating in this course.
the two-week program aims at preparing health services leaders to create practical solutions for the health system challenges that encounter the health development process in the region, countries, and confront them. It's worth mentioning that Eastern Mediterranean region currently faces a myriad of health and health-related challenges that require strong leadership. Prominent among these are the ongoing conflicts and emergencies in many member states that have strained health systems. Today, the region is facing unprecedented social, economic, and other challenges. Hence, this course will emphasize the need for talented leaders with a particular set of skills to be able to respond to people's aspirations for better health. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Coinciding with the celebrations of the 45th Glorious National Day and celebrating Nizwa as the capital of Islamic culture 2015, citizens of the Wilayat of Manah in the Governorate of Dakhiliya organized a horse procession. It came to express feelings of loyalty and gratitude to the builder of Oman's Renaissance, His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. The procession, which continued to the Wilayat of Nizwa, witnessed a participation of 45 horsemen associated with Omani singing arts. Seoul Science and Applied College celebrated the graduation of 155 male and female students in bachelor and diploma degrees, including specializations of IT and communication studies. The graduation ceremony included a number of activities, poems, and distribution of certificates to the graduated and excelled students. The ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Hamad bin Saeed Al-Aufi, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth for Fisheries Wealth. The streets, buildings, bridges and landmarks of the Governorate of Muscat were decorated with various colorful lights and beautiful shapes to highlight the Sultan's celebrations of the 45th Glorious National Day, which falls on the 18th of November each year. Areas all over the Governorate were decorated with portraits of His Majesty the Sultan and flags of the Sultanate to add further joy and express happiness on this glorious occasion. Some citizens expressed their sincere feelings towards His Majesty the Sultan, praying to Almighty Allah to protect His Majesty and bestow him good health and happiness. This is the Sultan of Oman Television. Before we enter tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty the Sultan receives a cable of greetings from His Highness the Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers on the occasion of the 45th Glorious National Day. State Council members elect 2 deputies for the chairman as the Shura Council elects members of its office, heads and members of the permanent committees. Contracts worth more than 480 million Omani riyals are signed between private sector establishments and entrepreneurs on the sideline of the 3rd Business Opportunities Forum. And the Sultan and Algeria discussed strengthening bilateral relations and signed a series of economic, diplomatic and cultural cooperation agreements. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin from all of us here in the newsroom and the studios. Thanks for watching. Good night.